Here we have the Ibuki, the Tier 9 Japanese cruiser. Now, while I was testing out live streaming, someone asked me if I could do a review, so I thought I'd do that now. So what I found is that at first I didn't like the Japanese cruiser line. I didn't think it served any purposes. The torpedo angles are really bad, but as I got to Takao, I grew to love them a little more. And the way I play them is that I pretty much kite. That's the best, most powerful position, in my opinion, for the Japanese cruiser line, is to be in a kiting position from your enemy. Her main armament consists of 10 203s. You have 2 guns per turret, and you have 5 turrets, 3 in the front, 2 in the back. Her torpedo armament, you have 2 launchers per side, and I don't know if you guys noticed that when I briefly brought my torpedo indicators up, the angles are really bad. But what I've learned so far is that the torpedoes are best used when you're running from the enemy, because the angles favor that position a lot more than, if you're coming directly at them. Her chance to set fires is another great point for the ship. She's a great HE spammer. She gets an 8% chance to set fires. As well as her flooding chance, it's 21%, pretty good. So she's a great ship if you want to build up that dot damage, that damage over time. But just because she's an HE spammer doesn't mean that you cannot use the AP. The AP is pretty good as well. That's what I normally use for shooting at destroyers. Up until they get to a certain range, then you gotta swap over to the HE because you're gonna overpin. Another great thing is that the guns are very accurate. You're gonna be able to smack those DDs from a good ways away, and especially coupled with precise aiming too. So another great selling point. So here I'm going to count this as a misplay. Instead of doing this widespread, because I thought the Admiral Hipper was going to continue and I just wanted to get a couple torps on him, I should have done the narrow spread to that corner right there, to that cluster of ships. We probably would have been in a lot better spot at this moment. But right now it's just me and Lennon holding this side down. So at this point I can see the writing on the wall. I know I have to get in my kiting position because these guys are going to barrel down this way, and I'm already starting to turn, which is the most dangerous time for me because now I have to present broadside, which is why I just got bitch slapped right there. But if you notice, this is what I was talking about, the firing angles for your torpedoes. It's better suited to be in a kiting position, and that's why I launched torps at this Iowa, and I'm just going to be running away slowly. Just slowly, trying to get some torps on him. It looks like he's going to drive in a straight line. Hopefully he does. We'll see. Here I count misplay number 2. Me not noticing that my steering gear is messed up, and that's why I'm not able to turn until I can repair that. So I repaired that. I start lining up the torps. And I'm like, you know what? I launched torps at him. He should know that I'm going to do it from this side. When you see an Ibuki turning like this, there's got to be torps coming at you. Fortunately for me, this guy is completely oblivious to me at the moment because the carrier's in play. So now he has to shoot at the carrier, the big shiny object. People are like fish, they're just gonna chase it. Here the carrier does a magnificent job stacking those torps and dropping them on this guy. Granted, he missed 2, but still a lot of damage. I thought the flooding was gonna take care of it, but he had a damage control up. So we're going to go ahead and start taking some shots at this guy, try to get him down. And here we have the Benson, making a death ride attempt on the Rune. But the Rune has his own torpedoes. Let's see how it plays out for the Benson. Yup, kind of how I expected. And he missed his torps. So my modules, what I'm running on the ship. In slot 1 I got dispersion. Slot 2 is going to be propulsion because I like this fast start and stop time. Slot 3 is going to be concealment. I've been running concealment on a lot of my cruisers at high tier, and it's been working out pretty well for me. I kind of like that. Because you have to think of it like this. if I have concealment on my ship, an extra 10%, it allows destroyers to get a lot closer to me, and my threat range at that point is much more. Get what I'm saying? So I'm able to shoot them a lot longer as they run away because they had to get closer to me because my concealment is a lot lower. And pretty often, the team that kills the destroyers first normally wins. So that is my thought process behind that. Alright, so we end up getting the battle star, did 101,000 damage, killed 3 ships, not a bad game at all. Most of that damage was probably that Iowa that wanted to just drive in a straight line, and they got tunnel vision on the carrier at the end. But that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time.